Right, welcome back to another daily challenge from me, Fuse Fulcrum. We're starting a bit later on in the run this time, and that's because the first time I tried to record this, everything kind of froze, and I don't want to abandon the run because I still want to try and see where I come on the leaderboard. So I'll just walk you through the deck that I got really quickly. We basically have 3 modifiers, sealed deck, which is where you craft a deck of 10 cards from 30 random cards. I tended to not want to go for a theme. There were a couple of poison cards and a couple of strength removal cards. I didn't really see a strong theme in the cards I had available, so I just went for strong block cards, strong attack cards, and cards which allow me to kind of draw and kind of cycle through, depending on what we have. So I think we've got a good set of 10 starting cards here. The other modifiers are Colourless Cards will now appear in rewards, and Terminal, which is where you go into a room and you remove 1 HP from your max health. So that is all set up for this to be a kind of difficult challenge. And I've already gone ahead and defeated the first room. I picked my route based on, I kind of wanted to go through multiple elites, so that's what I'll be doing. So let's go into the second battle. We're all caught up. Right, so I'm just going to do that. This guy's just going to keep buffing himself up, so it's best just to keep doing damage. Six, so cloak and dagger, so we've got enough block now, and we can dagger throw. Doesn't really matter what we get rid of. So you can see that already we've got the means to do a lot of damage very quickly, which is obviously good. Later on, as we get towards the stronger elites and the end game boss, this deck is going to need a lot of work done to it. So far, I don't think we need another dagger throw. We've got a decent deck of 10 cards right now. Adding another dagger throw will just set off the balance between the block and the attacks that we have. So the only cards I'll be adding are cards which significantly improve the deck. Now normally, as I'm sure you'd know, I like the question marks. I don't want to go on the left route because it's got a shop and I don't have a lot of gold, and shops kind of reduce your overall score, so I'll be going on the right route here. Right, so he's going to do 11 damage. Clearly I want to do cloak and dagger times 2. Right, and now I can just do this. Right. I could have killed him that turn if I wasn't trying to be fancy with the infinite blades. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'll get deflect simply because 0 cost card is always good, and perhaps it might combo well with other silent cards later on depending on what we get. So we can block this perfectly with 2 cloaks and daggers. That'll give us 2 shivs that allow us to play that and do this. Get rid of that, and there we go. Almost half health in 1 turn. Although we're on 66 health already, which is not good. Right. So let's play backflip. Excellent. So I'm going to deflect. That's free, and the plated armour will take us above the damage he's going to do next turn. Then 1 dagger spray and 1 cloak and dagger to give us a shiv. Right, and a dagger throw. Get rid of backs and easy. Okay, so we haven't taken a single point of damage so far, which is good. Now, sneaky strike could be good, but it's sometimes awkward to play in terms of orders. Blind I like, but I also like drawing cards and dealing damage. I'll get a Flash of Steel. I'm going to transform this. Simply because we already have a lot of draw and discard. So we could get something decent. And we got die. That's not a bad card at all. It's not a bad card at all. Right, I anticipate we're going to take a lot of damage this battle. So let's get this out of the way first. Then we want to take out this one. 9 damage coming our way. So if I cloak and dagger, now with this underplated armour will take us above 9 armour. So I can focus now on doing damage. And do this because it's even more AoE, and then do this because it's even more AoE. So we've got them all to 12, which is good, and we've got a Shiv remaining to take that guy out. So that overall is a good turn actually. So actually maybe I'll take that back, maybe we will be able to take them out without taking any damage. Although the voids that they'll put in our the dazed, because our deck is so small, will hurt us a lot. So that's 9 and 9, 6, 5. So that's 18 damage that we're going to be taking. So I'm going to Flash of Steel this. Ooh. I actually don't quite have enough damage. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm going to Flash of Steel this one. See what we get. Right. Now I'll use this because obviously that means we won't take any damage. And between the two shivs, that is enough to take out that one. Okay. We've got a lot of damage. I think we're just about okay for block at the moment. But right, let's play backflip first, see what we get. We're going to have to do this. Get rid of that, and it doesn't really matter what we do now. Okay, so we got through these guys without taking any damage. Usually I always take damage against the sentries, so I think we're doing pretty well. Ninja Scroll. At the start of each combat, add 3 shivs into your hand. That is spectacular. For our deck. So I'm seeing where we're going with this deck at the moment. It seems to be a shiv deck. I don't think we need another dagger spray here. Swift Strike is good. It's free. And it costs 6 damage, which is good. I like Envenom, and I think if we're gonna have kind of like the long against the end of game bosses, I think we're going to need Envenom. So we'll go with that. Right, our starting hand is looking pretty, let's just get the shivs out of the way first. And use Flash of Steel to see what we draw. Right. 13 damage. So we Cloak and Dagger, that's 6. So now, we've got enough block to last to the next turn. Which means we can Shiv, do this. And there we go. Pretty strong. So it looks like we're going to blitz our way through the first floor, which is absolutely fantastic. Right. Let's finish him off. I'm going to get another Cloak and Dagger because it's more block, more shivs. Right. I think let's go for another enemy. We've got a choice to make now. Do we take out the slime first or the cultist? The cultist will end up buffing himself, but I think we can take out the slime pretty quickly. So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to Envenom, it's too expensive for the amount of energy that we have available to us. So we do this and that and that. So we're trying to be as efficient as possible with our damage here. Doesn't matter what we discard. Okay, end of turn. Okay, so we've got the block now. We've got one energy left. Might as well play this then, doesn't matter. Easy, okay. I am gonna... Ooh, well-laid plans is always good. I'm gonna get blind for now. I think well-laid plans is good, but right. Bottled Flame. What do we want in our hands at every game? I think die, die, die. Having that AoE off the bat will always be helpful. Right, so let's smith ourselves some cards. What does this do? Oh, it costs 1. Okay, that's quite a good upgrade. What does this do? Innate. Okay. The rest seem to just be damage buffs to all enemies. I am going to upgrade Envenom. I think it costing 1 is really good for us. Right. Let's us do this, and then do that. And then, oh, we don't quite have enough damage. I should have done this, actually. Right, I played that turn pretty bad, actually. If I'd played the Envenom at the beginning, then I would have had enough damage. Okay. Well, doesn't matter. We're ending up not taking any damage, so no harm, no foul, luckily. One intangible could be useful. I'll get rid of the artifact and get this. I'm not going to take any of those cards. We need to start thinking about how we're going to deal with our ever decreasing HP though. We've got a ton of damage actually, I think we can get away with. We did a lot of damage there and applied a lot of poison, so now we just need to think about how we're going to not take damage. Right, is that each time it does unblocked damage? So this is obviously better, because it will deal 4 damage twice, so that's 8, and attack it twice, so I'll put 2 poison on, so that's better than using Dagger Throw. Right, can we take it out this turn? I think we can. Oh, it doesn't really matter. He's not doing any damage next turn. $15 damage from poison. There we go. Pretty good. I don't like any of these cards, so we won't take any. Right, what are we going to smith this time? We've got to be careful we don't get too many innate cards. I think, though, getting our powers set up is very important, so we will craft this. Right. Oh, well, easy. To kill them in 1 turn. That might have been the easiest turn in Slay the Spire I've ever had. Well, I'm going to get Escape Plan, because the way it seems to me is it replaces itself, because it's draw 1 card. It costs 0, so it's free. And if you draw a skill, which I have plenty of, it's 3 block. Or 3 block. So I have the opportunity to just get a free 3 block. So I'll get that. Right, what are we going to smith this time? Add 2 shivs. I'm thinking I need to start upgrading these cloaks and daggers now. Start building. Does this let you draw 2? No, okay. Probably cloak and dagger then. Although we do need to start considering we need to upgrade our actual block cards as well. So we'll set up with this. Now I'm actually going to use Dagger Throw to try and draw our Envenom. We didn't get what. Okay, I'll get rid of Deflect. I'll use this. Yeah, we didn't get what we were looking for. Right. So what's more damage using this? Although I might want to keep this for when he divides. So actually I am going to use this Cloak and Dagger here. Yep. In fact, I'm not going to use this either, because it's another AoE card that exhausts itself. There's no point. Better keep them for later when we need them against multiple enemies. Here we go. Here's the Envenom. So now I can Cloak and Dagger and get it on. Right. So we want to take him just above 70. Now I'm not too worried about taking 35 damage here. I am, however, going to backflip and blind it. Backflip again. I am going to Cloak and Dagger actually while we have the. Right, so that'll take it 73. So I didn't end up taking a lot of damage there, so that's fine. Get rid of Slimed. Well, that would exhaust. Actually, doesn't matter. Get rid of Slimed. So I'm going to use Dagger Spray. Get that poison on him, and then the Shiv. So now he'll be on 35 and he'll split into 2. So they're quite low. Right. Die, die, die. This guy's doing more damage, so we'll go on him first. He's going to divide now. Flash of Steel. Let's use this. Right. Cloak and Dagger to get 2. We can destroy that straight away. Get rid of that. So he will split into 2 5 health, so that was quite easy. Right, that was quite easy. Ooh. Bullet Time is a really strong card, but we've got a lot of cheap cards. After Image is obviously the way forward. It will allow us to build a lot of block as well. So Runic Pyramid is always nice, because it allows you to know what you're about to work with, but we've got a pretty consistent deck with decent cards in. I'm going to use this. We're going to need energy. Extra energy in our turns soon. So that might have been a bad choice, but we'll see. And we'll continue this run in part 2, so stay tuned.